Leopards prowl here. Just a few in a region where thousands once roamed. They lurk near the precious water sources. The leopard hunts with lethal patience and can kill with a single crushing bite. But the ibex know their enemies. This youngster catches the scent of the deadly intruder. She signals a warning, and the fleet and agile herd outruns the canyon's deadly predator. Up to the safety of the wall of death. Roughly 300 ibex live in Israel's Judean desert, nearly 500,000 acres bordering the lowest point on Earth, the Dead Sea. Hundreds of feet from the canyon floor, this cave is located in the most remote crevices of the cliff face. Every day, these mothers leave to forage, but return to feed their young. Left to their own devices, the youngsters begin vital training for the future. And the wall of death teems with life. They soon become seasoned rock climbers, adept at navigating jagged formations and narrow ledges with increasing agility and ease. Hyrax are small and remarkably agile, and like their gargantuan cousins, they're voracious herbivores. Grazing comes at a premium. Competition is fierce. Acacia trees thrive in the dry climate. They are attacked with single-minded purpose and from nearly every angle. The motto for some, eat till you drop. Ibex put their climbing skills to use and head to the far reaches of the tree. Being off the ground in this desert has its advantages. He wanders in the wilderness, closely watched. Nearby, a female wolf has recently given birth to a litter of 7 pups. They've grown too big to be sustained by her milk alone. Even with an ample supply of food, not all of the wolf pups survived their first year. The meat lasts them just one day. But the desert never sleeps. Creatures of the day trade places with those of the night. A red fox discovers the remains of the ibex mother. He turns his back on the carcass for just a moment. Not a smart move in a place rife with scavengers. A striped hyena zeroes in on the find. It's been a while since its last meal. Too tired to defend himself, the once mighty male becomes an easy mark. For a big cat with a big appetite. With exhausted males strewn across the desert, it's a good time to be a predator. Leaner times lie ahead. In the fall, birds flock to the region. Thousands of storks and birds of prey darken the skies above the Judean desert. The birds pass through as they migrate between the converging continents of Europe, Asia, and Africa. The cliffs that protect the ibex provide energy for the birds. The vertical walls cause a powerful updraft that lifts storks to cruising altitude and sends them on their way. Once he leaves, the cleanup crews arrive. A griffin vulture hits the jackpot. But Egyptian vultures try to move in on the carcass. A squabble breaks out. Competition for food is brutal, even amongst one's own kin. Eventually, the larger scavengers win out. Weeks later, the rains come. Pounded by severe storms in winter, the arid region becomes inundated by water. Storms that occur miles away cause flash floods that turn the canyon's dry riverbeds into potential death traps. Rainfall races across the desert floor. The Dead Sea turns a muddy brown. By spring, the rains help yield a lush buffet. And all across the desert, new life emerges. A fox mother has her work cut out for her. Lots of hungry pups to feed this year. Hunger drives the wolves. Of the 7 pups born last spring, only 3 males have survived. After leaving their parents, they stick together and hunt as a pack. They're out for meat today, and they've just picked up the scent. But the yearling seems reluctant to leave. She has always found safety and comfort by her mother's side. Now she'll have to make her own way. Then, a new threat appears on the horizon. Wolves have picked up their scent. Definitely time to leave. Fear and powerful hind legs propel her, despite the crippled foreleg, to a vantage point where she can assess the situation. The wolf can practically taste the yearling, but it can't reach her. He soon gives up the fight and turns his attention to the carcass nearby. Even within a band of brothers, wolves have strict rules of hierarchy. The alpha male dines first. His brothers will eat, but only after he's had his fill. The yearling hangs back until the wolves finally depart. A venomous horned viper lies in wait for a spiny mouse preparing to forage in the cooler night air. The viper will have its meal, though it may be its last.